start talking about what's happening here. On the left-hand side, we have the members of Vendetta. We have JTR on the Hanzo, McNulty on the Dahaka, Richard Gere on the Lucio, Virtuoso on the Diablo, and Breakwood on the Sylvanas. Over on the right-hand side, we have Imagine. We have Geozaris on the Brightwing, SCH on the Junkrat, Zalgojack on the Blaze, Indigo Zap on the Falstad, and Haldir on the ETC. You have a minute and 40-something seconds. Which team gets the 4th Webweaver of the game? Which team gets the 4th Webweaver? I just broke things. Whoopsie, my apologies. There we go. I wanted to do this, not the other. I think, did I get rid of the player vision or player icon? I did, okay. Oh, there's Hanzo yelling at the start of the game. You think the teams are backwards? Pretty sure Breakwind's on Imagine. Whoa, when I looked at the thing, it said Virtuoso played Diablo. They did swap side. There we go. That's the issue. Hold on one second. My apologies. Thanks. Good catch. I am on Imagine. Well, maybe if your team played on the right side, Breakwood, huh? I'm not even gonna cast this game now. We're gonna go find a different game. We're gonna go find a different game. This is absolute horseshit. All right, there we go. How you doing, Breakwood? I'm just kidding. All right, so on the left-hand side, it's Imagine. On the right side, it's Vendetta. Play the side that you're on! It's really not that big of a deal. Hey, Breakwood, I hope you're doing well. Good to see you, friend. I'm tilted. I'm absolutely tilted to the moon. Baja rage in chat. Absolutely. I can't even focus. Sorry, Dad. You better apologize. I better start seeing those Prime Gamings floating on in. I better see some apologetic Prime Gamings here. We will do better next time, I promise. Thank you. That's all I ask for, is that you learn and grow from this and give me your Prime subs. So Breakwood on the side of Imagine will be going ahead and starting to work on the bottom lane camp. The McNulty and Richard gonna help out. Zalgojack will be showing the oil down there. So it's like, okay, Richard's actually gonna play on the aggressive side. Falstead flies in, but McNulty and Breakwood are able to grab the objective, able to grab the Siege Giant camp for the bottom lane before any sort of real contest happens. Falstead utilizing that global to get around a little bit faster. ETC did get a buff in our most recent patch. He got 14 extra damage on Power Slide baseline. His baseline HP was increased by 30, and his base health regeneration was increased by 0.06. Massive buffs to ETC, God tier, S tier, best tank in the game. Bahamut, greatest caster ever. Oh, well, thank you. Hi, Stealthbeard. How you doing, bud? Does it matter which side we're on since we don't have a caster? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Because what if a caster wants to cast your replay, JTR? Huh? Sorry. Stupid. Let's see. Wow, Falstead already at 25 stacks of 2 minutes and 40-some seconds in. Not too bad for Falstead. As a reminder, for his level 1, it works very much like Vala's Fire at Will. It is an uncapped quest, but at the 30 mark, you do get a nice bolster in that damage. It actually jumps from 15% to 30% in total. Good power slide in from the ETC onto the Diablo. He's taking a lot of damage. Virtuoso trying to basket away, but the Falstead damage is too much, and that is going to be a solid first blood to the members of Vendetta, who are going to continue to clear out mid lane. Neither team has enough for a turn in just yet. As a reminder, our Twitch bet is going to be which team has the 4th Webweaver summon of the game. So it's not which team gets the 4th one for their team, it's the 4th one in the game in total. If Hanzo fires off a Dragon Strike, will we consider that to be Imagine Dragons? Is that what you wanted from me, Clock? Is that what you wanted from me, Clock? My keyboard buttons weren't working. I was trying to get that to go. I don't know why they're not working. They were working at the start of me turning on my PC today. IQ sometimes just doesn't feel like working. That's fair. I don't feel like working sometimes either, IQ. But you know what? I do, because people want to listen to me talk about Here's the Storm, I guess. Oh, and okay. Sorry. There's I was drinking some water, and there's a seed in the straw, so I cannot drink the water. Anyway, sorry. 7's up on both sides. Ooh, we actually have Gambit from the Dahaka right now. He is going to have that increased damage. It's actually this paralyzing enzymes is actually really, really cool. We can break that down after the team fight, because it does deal some really interesting amount of damage. I believe it's after the drag connects. Drag's enemies are slowed by 40% for 2 seconds after it ends, and then when drag ends, an additional 369 nice damage over 2 seconds. Every death reduces the damage by 53. Now, this also scales, by the way, per level, so we can actually see in a sliver of experience, we're going to see that scale jump up on the actual additional damage. I want to say around level 20, it's like 500, 600 damage, and then there's the initial contact of tongue as well. So I think you can deal, actually, like, at level 20, you can deal a deep amount of damage. Like right now, 219 damage plus another 383 damage, and that just keeps scaling. Both of those keep scaling. But here comes the first web weaver of the game. First web weavers will be to the side of our red team, over to the side of Vendetta. Team names may be backwards, but it doesn't matter. Still, that is what it is. And we'll have 2 kills in favor for the side of Vendetta as they push in with the first round of Web Weavers. Now, how much value do they get? Hanzo. JTR clearing out the top lane. We have Blaze rotating into bottom lane onto McNulty, who's forcing back Indigo Zap on this Falstad. There's a Jet Propulsion from Blaze. Little hammering out from the Falstad as well. 51 stacks for this Falstad players, as McNulty does have that level 4. Oh no, Concussion Mine. Oh, actually, Dahaka is going to be able to step out of the range of the Concussion Mine. I thought he was going to get pulled back into the fight, but it's not going to be the case. Bottom lane needs to be cleared out. Hanzo's still in top lane. Jet Propulsion from Blaze comes through. There's going to be a kill onto Dahaka. 1 stack of Paralyzing Enzymes will be going down, as this is a Fire Stomp out from Diablo. He is full souls, and the bottom lane Fort Front Gate does fall. Falstad catches top lane Soak immediately with the flight, and as we are looking at our 10 talent tiers pop up at the top of the screen, let's go ahead and cycle through the other numbers, get an idea of what those look like. Alrighty, Dahaka back in the mix. 1 Gambit stack down. Virtuoso gets the turn in, so second Web Weaver phase of the game will go over to the side of Imagine. Baha voice is very soothing. I end up listening and not even watching the stream, laying in bed. Oh, well, T-Driver, thank you very much. I appreciate the kind words. That's very nice of you. You're watching me in bed? Mm-hmm. No. So, blue Web Weavers descend. 10 talent tiers up. Hanzo going to be going into the Dragon's Arrow. Brightwing with Blink Heals, and I mentioned this in the last game, but I'll keep mentioning it. We have a new UI, so you can actually see at the top of the screen things like Brightwing with the Blink Heal, Lunara Leaping Strikes, Thornwood Vines, Decimate from Garrosh. All those things that have a stack or a multiple charge for a heroic now show at the top of the screen, which is really great. Jet Propulsion to try and get away, bunker down from Blaze. He was safe. Diablo trying to reach over that gate to pull him back over. But it doesn't matter, because here comes the Web Weaver plus the Sylvanas locking down some of these towers. Breakwood amplifying the siege, but it's going to be a little bit of a hesitant siege as the Web Weaver does fall. They don't want to step too close to the ETC. Did go into Mosh Pit at level 10. Looking through some of the questing talents, Dahaka did lose another stack at some point when he died. I actually didn't realize that he died again. So McNulty at 3 out of 5 stacks on that. Paralyzing Enzymes. Hanzo still working through the level 1 questing talent for the Simple Geometry, which gives him a few extra arrows, which will amplify wave clear, objective clear, and poke into enemy heroes. It's nearly 1 a.m. Being in bed is acceptable. T-Driver, you're absolutely fine. You're okay, my friend. It's just, you know, if we can make things loot immediately, why not? I think T-Driver said UK at some point. I think we were talking about Poutine, and I think T-Driver said that they're in the UK. Unless I misread, but either way. Dahaka died before the second Web Weaver's bird into the bush, and then it's been dead. Ah, thank you, Lava. Didn't even see it. I'm too busy reading chat and talking to all of you beautiful people. 80 gems available. Hanzo rips an arrow. There's an isolation onto the... Wow! Isolation onto the ETC. Drag will connect from McNulty, and Breakwood snipes the kill. Here is our third Webweaver summon of the game coming out from the side of Imagine. Oh, wait. Nope, not yet. Dahaka has it. Dahaka, Bud, McNulty, my dude? No? Okay. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought, T-Driver, yeah. So when you said you were in bed, I was like, oh, that's fair, but I might as well make it a lewd joke, too. JTR is going to go for the turn-in. Diablo's going to body block some of the damage and manages to body block all the damage incoming. And so that will be those third Webweavers to the side of our blue team. For anyone that wants to see the math of who's holding what gems, there you go. This is slowly becoming a day stream. No, this is Bahamut stream. I don't know what you mean. This is Bahamut stream. Day is present. I think Day is playing Divinity right now. Oh, wow. Drag will connect. Great gust out from Falstad to push back a few enemies. And I'm just looking really quickly. Okay. It is going to be the Primal Rage at level 13. I was just curious what Dahaka was going to go into. I actually need to talk to her about playing some game together. I just have to find some sort of co-op game to play. Riptire, Mosh Pit canceled out. It's on a 10-second cooldown. Lightning Breath from the Diablo slowing down this ETC, excuse me, as he will fall to the Lucio, and we have the top lane fort to fall as well. This third Webweaver phase looking really good to the side of Imagine, as we have the bottom lane fort to fall on top of everything. Top lane Webweaver sitting around a third of the HP. Seems like it's going to be a disengage from the side of Imagine. Vermintide 2 is a good co-op game. Vermintide 2 is a very good co-op game. I should actually bug her about playing that, maybe. Maybe get, like, Cyber to come in as well and listen to him scream. Who doesn't love listening to Cyber scream half the time? That's a Cyber scream. It's perfect. Boss will be grabbed for the top lane as the siege continues. McNulty being forced back by the concussion mine of the... It's from Phasmophobia, that's what it was. He was getting killed in Phasmophobia. So boss in top lane, I'm curious really quickly, stat-wise, how much this bad boy is doing. It's going to be 525 damage in the structures. And the fourth Webweaver phase goes over to the side of Vendetta. Vendetta sneaks the fourth Webweaver phase. Alrighty, so they still take down the fort on the side of Imagine, but Vendetta is going to be able to grab this fourth one here. I'll pay out the people before I forget. Vendetta does get the fourth Webweaver phase. And what else do we see actually happen here? What's the actual plan? JTR finishes out the simple geometry from level 1. Mid lane is going to be cleared out. Dahaka already clearing out bottom. Are we going to see... I was wondering if we'd get an elongated tongue game, but... Tunneling Claws for Dahaka, more safety. Also pairs well into the Lurker Strain from level 4. 83 stacks on the Falstad. And otherwise, everything is pretty much being completed out. Oh, Dahaka brush stocks in. There's an immediate catch onto him with the Polymorph, hammering. Hanzo's arrow narrowly misses. Ha 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 ha! As that is going to just be 16 talent to your advantage fight. Lucio with the high five, but a nice boop from Richard Gere puts Mosh Pit on a full cooldown, and no one is going to fall on the side of Imagine. Feels like I get the pressure off Webweavers. It does. It definitely did. Lightning Breath again from the Diablo, slowing down the ETC as he does get the phase shift from Brightwing. Riptire from Junkrat will come out, but I don't think they can find the Lucio in time. So just going to focus on to Dahaka, who does use the Lurker Strain to bop it back as he pops out of the hole. But Dahaka taps well. He's fine. Fifth Webweaver available for either team. Baha and I played Vermes. It's a good game. Yeah, I was just saying that I need to talk to you about playing some games together or something like that. And then someone said Vermintide, and I was like, oh, we can get Cyber, and then we can get him to scream for us, like this. I'm sorry, that kills me. Falstad is going to be throwing out some hammerings. Good concussion mine from the Junkrat, as we have an ETC that is going to be silenced from the Wailing Arrow. 18 seconds on the Mosh. Does have the Encore from level 13. Great gust to counteract the massive arrow from JTR. Really good arrow, really good gust from just good play and counterplay from each other. Yeah. I'm gonna look up co-op games. I need to. There has to be some co-op games that you and I haven't played, because I know you've already done that one game that everyone played together. The husband and wife game that I'm completely drawing a blank on the name of it. That's going to be a phase shift in from Brightwing, a Riptire from the Junkrat. Everything is being utilized to try and get this camp on either side. Hanzo getting lots of arrows in right here as ETC moshes right in the corner to lock people down. It's going to be Hanzo to fall. Diablo as well. Lucio to fall. Hanzo does actually fall right there. And all of that for a camp. Now, granted, we do have a camp mid plus Webweaver. Sylvanas goes down in bottom, but what free value do they get from this Webweaver, as there is going to be catapults and Webweavers in top? It Takes Two, thank you, yes, yeah. I know Days played It Takes Two with Guild, if I'm not mistaken. And then we played A Way Out together. We played Resident Evil 5 and 6 together. We played Fogs together. I mean, we've played Vermintide together, but yeah. It's been a while since I've looked at the game, and I'm sure there's new DLC to check out. They actually added they add so much good stuff into that game. Imagine inting. Oh, I'm imagining it. Sorry. All right, so Virtuoso, no gems available for turn-in. On the opposing side, they only need another 13 gems to be able to summon the Webweavers to the red team. But look at this. I mean, we have 5 turn-ins in total, and look at how much value has come from 3 turn-ins from the opposing side. Barely anything. Whereas if you look at it, I mean, we've had 4 turn-ins from the side of Imagine, and they are pushing on to keep front gates. Just a difference in siege. But let's see if they're able to do something on the side of Vendetta. I'm just skimming through talents again really quickly. Diablo, I don't know if I mentioned this. I completely forgot if I did. He did have a change on his level 10, or his Black Soulstone at level 10. It only requires 75 souls to respawn. So if you're wondering why Diablo died and still had 25 souls, it wasn't because he got a massive fire stomp out. It was because of the fact of that change at level 10. And this is personally, I think this is my favorite change that came in from the patch. I just love those changes that we get. I think Hellfire was also buffed, if I'm not mistaken. Hanzo, Massive Arrow, as the ETC Mosh Pit is on full cooldown, but that's Dahaka to go down. Another paralyzing enzyme stack will fall for the Dahaka. I'm assuming that tooltip is not updating there. Yeah, so the tooltip here isn't updating, but it is updating here. So 337 plus 337. That can't be right. Wow, that's actually, it's 337 and 337. That's kind of crazy. IBB and Ob are a very cute co-op game. I've never heard of that, Lava. So 20s to the left-hand side, or to the right-hand side for Vendetta. Imagine just now getting their own. Hellgate for the Diablo, Blink for Sylvanas, High Five Mixing Fire for Lucio. Dahaka is going to be going into Essence Claws, which we don't see super often. We can look at that in a little bit here when we get a lull in the game, because Siege and bottom lane is still happening. Another Webweaver phase is available to the side of Vendetta. God, we are getting into so many gems necessary for a turn in here. This is actually kind of crazy. McNulty comes in trying to make something happen. There's going to be a lockdown for a second, but it's not going to be enough to actually get any sort of chase kill. So camp goes over to the side of Imagine, and Vendetta backs away looking for another turn in. Shadow Charge in from Diablo, Overpower, focusing onto ETC. There's going to be a Wailing Arrow from Sylvan. Oh no! It was the Isolation that was utilized. There's the Wailing Arrow coming in after Hanzo's push off from the Lucio. He does have that Heavy Caster from level 13 for the stun off of his push off, which is going to be 0.5 seconds. And with gems returned to the Earth, I guess they just fall to the ground and disappear. Not enough will be available for now for Vendetta, but they could get one wave through mid, and that'll be enough for Zalgo Jack actually to have the turn in here. But Boss will be free to the side of Imagine. Cuphead? I don't think Cuphead would be, I think Cuphead is... I don't know if Cuphead would be up our alley, honestly. Alrighty, so there's the red web weaver. Man, we've had, I should have said 6th web weaver phase if I knew that it was going to be this many web weavers summoned in Tomb of the Spider Queen. This is actually kind of crazy how many we've actually have descended into the map, but seems like Imagine want to try and end here. They want to push into core, or at least they're going to try and push into core. Top lane going to be cleared out by McNulty. Top lane, Boss is going to be dealing a decent amount of damage. ETC has a little power slide, face melt onto McNulty as well. With the boombox afterwards, Diablo Souls are finished out. Boss right now, one big slam, takes 5% off the core, does get a couple extra hits in, and the core will sit at what? 82% HP. Breakwood gonna hearth back to go help clear out bottom or mid, also get a little extra mana. I don't think she was super far behind in mana, but still was able to just get full up on that and then immediately rush into bottom lane, close the distance as well. Nature is healing, gems are returning to the earth. There you go, exactly, yes. Alrighty, well, let's go ahead and cycle through the other numbers because it's getting pretty late game right now, and we haven't taken a look at those just yet, or at least late game-wise. We looked at them earlier. Falstad for a camp in bottom. Neither team has enough for a turn-in, and a lot of camps are off cooldown, or excuse me, on cooldown. McNulty just going to drop off 11. They're still, they got about half-ish to this web weaver phase on the side of Imagine. They do check the bush with Junkrat frag launcher grenades, so good utilization of that. Indigo Zap gets the gets the wind tunnel into the wall right there. The high five from Lucio mitigates that, and so that's a high five for a wind tunnel. 60-second cooldown, not the longest thing in the world. Hanzo rips a massive arrow, connects on the Brightwing in the backline. Moshpit from ETC put on a 10-second cooldown as it is going to be interrupted. We have a bunker down from the Blaze. Sylvanas haunting wave forward, chasing in. She does have the double haunting wave from the Windrunner. It doesn't trigger the second. Runs right over the trap with her Will the Forsaken, and Breakwood is going to be able to just get rid of that off the battleground. Lightning Breath used, a lot used here, as the Riptire does also come out from Junkrat. And we'll be able to see what he picked up at level 20, because he went cannonballs. Okay, that's what I thought. I didn't think that the frag launcher grenades looked bigger, but either way, no extra oomph, so you're not going to be able to see any sort of cooldown reduction. And slowly but surely, the members of Imagine are going to be approaching the necessary 65 gems for a turn-in, if that's the route they want to go. Boss up in 2 minutes for the top area. Kind of crazy, I'm not gonna lie, how long this game has gone between these two teams, but it is definitely a really good game. And it's only map number 1 in this best of 3 series, so we're definitely in for a treat, to say the least. And somehow we've already been streamed for 2 hours. How does honest to God, there are some days when stream, I said this before, there are some days when stream just flies by, and we're already 2 hours into stream. All right. Neat. Alrighty. How much are catapults dealing into structures really quickly? I don't think we have a fight breaking out, so we can look at some catapult stats. 856 into structures. Okay, so catapults dealing decent damage. Blaze gonna go clear out the top lane. Turn-in still just not available for either side. It kind of seems like both teams are kind of waiting for it. Having a good time here, my dude. Me too. I'm having a good time. Today's a really fun day of streaming. I'm having a blast. Let's see, 10 gems necessary. ETC gets the power slide away. Drops that little face melt as well. And it's just like, slowly, just like, here's a penny. Here's a dime. Slowly but surely getting them in. McNulty, though, has the channel. He's not showing on map. They realize it a little too late. Hammering from Falstad won't connect, and not even utilized. And that is going to be another Webweaver phase descending to the side of Imagine. Holy crap. The amount of Webweaver summons we've had in this game. Is this going to be enough to actually end? Baja casting and sushi and enjoying my night. Hey, Raz, what'd you get for sushi? What'd you get? Spider roll? What'd you get? Michigan roll? Did you get yourself some Toro? Toro's just fatty tuna, for anyone that doesn't know. Typically served sashimi style. Alright, well, mid lane's cleared out. Webweavers have pushed the waves, but really haven't found any major structural damage. This is a tense one, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, either team loses the next fight, it's GG. Oh my god, massive arrow from Hanzo as the lightning breath comes through onto Brightwing, and that cooks her as the mosh pit from ETC is gonna be immediately, it's actually gonna go on full cooldown because of the level 4 from the Dahaka interrupting that. But look at ETC's cooldowns. Well, don't look at it anymore because he was getting mass cooldowns from the face melt encore combo. But that's not the case, and with ETC Brightwing dead, seems like the members of Imagine will make their way towards the core, and they will be able to end game number 1. A very crazy back and forth game number 1 in the second best of 3 of the day, but dear lord do I have to say, these are some fun games today, as this is a little KDA that they're trying to build up on both sides. Actually more so on the side of Imagine, but GG well played over to the side of Imagine. Fun! 8 rolls for 40, 4 spicy tuna, 1 shrimp tempura, 2 California, and 1 blue signature roll. Ooh, very nice, Raz. Thank you. And a Berkshire pork Gaizoa, I think is how you say that. Japanese pot stickers. Okay. So pork pot stickers. Oh. Oh. Delicious. You gotta remember, I'm from the Midwest. Gaizoa. I'll make up my pronunciation as I please. Thank you. Alrighty. Good stuff for map number 1. Let's go ahead and set up for map number 2. ... Don't ... me, Iron Flare. Don't you... Freedom intensifies. No, I realize that I said it wrong. I'm just an idiot, so I'm doubling down on my idiocracy. Rob Dog, don't you dare! You live in California now, gotta be cultured and stuff. I don't think living in California makes me cultured. I don't know if there's a correlation between the two. Oh, Jesus. Did I get out of that one? Okay, I did. Don't open folders. Stop it. Did the teams change sides? Did they play on the same sides as the... Yeah, they did. All right. Let's see. What do we have in the game? Let me check something really quickly. I see eagles flying around the corner. California is the cultural capital of the world. I don't know about that one. All right, let's do one that we've never done before, and let's do...
You up for some cake and pie later, buddy?
Oh, shit. Hosty, thank you for the raid. Much appreciated, dude. Thanks for the raid. Thanks for bringing your friends over. My name is Bahamut. Welcome in. Hey, you know what? When we get raids, you know what we do? We go fishing. When we get raids, we go fishing. Because why not ask, are there any primers out there in the sea that is Twitch chat? Any primers hanging out in the sea that is Twitch chat? Might as well go fishing. We got a raid. Might as well go fishing. I mean, you know, it doesn't hurt to ask if there's any primers out there. Hosty, thank you again for the raid. I very much do appreciate that. Thank you, my friend. Welcome in. If you don't know who I am, my name is Bahamut. I do a lot of casting of Heroes of Storm, and that is what we're doing today. We are casting a bunch of Heroes of Storm. We're checking out some NGS games, and we are getting into our second map in just a little bit. You'll get my prime when you admit East Coast is better than West Coast? Sure, East Coast is better than West Coast. Give me your prime. Let's see. Which team gets third DK? Where's my prime? I said it. Where's my prime? Where's my prime? I said the words. Give Give Prime! I don't have it until 7, so you get a normal sub instead. Well, thank you for the subscription. Thank you for the brand new subscription, Hacker. I appreciate it, bud. Elemental Fear, what's up,
to the
bud?
end of the world. Subscribed.
Thank you for the brand new subscription. We're 10 subs away from a full beard stream, which is nice. All right, so we're going to get into our next map. It's going to be map number 2 in our second best of 3 of the day. Imagine is up ahead in the score. Vendetta is down. Excuse me, and we're heading to Dragonshire, so let me go ahead and get us in game so you can take a look at the drafts for either team, and then I will start the Twitch prediction, because the Twitch prediction for Dragonshire is which team gets the 3rd Dragonite of the game. As always, if there's no 3rd Dragonite, points will be given back to their respective people, or hosts, or whoever sends them. What is a full beard stream? It is a stream where I have my full beard out, instead of having it all bundled up like it is every stream. So, Twitch prediction, you got a minute 40. Which team gets the 3rd Dragonite in the game? Imagine or Vendetta. I have adjusted the teams to be on the correct side based off of, well, where they are in the game. You know what I mean. Either way, you got a minute or so to get your predictions in. There's currently a lot on the line for Vendetta to get the 3rd Dragonite, but let's go ahead and start breaking down what's happening here on Dragonshire as we get rid of our little player icon. That way we can get the vision scouting going as well. So we are going to be seeing Tyrael, Rhaegar, Leoric, Chromie, and a Falstad versus Lucio, Hogger, Lunara, D.Va, and the Joanna. So, good back and forth when it comes to the drafts for the solo lane. Good aggression between both sides when it comes to our core 4 in the bottom between poke from Falstad, poke from Lunara. The aggression from Hogger is going to be exciting, though, because this is going to be a hyper carry Lunara play up against the side of Imagine. Rob K, thank you for the boost. Much appreciated. Thank you for boosting the stream up a little bit further. You've been holding back on us? For years, yes, I have. I mean, if you saw my Decker Kane cosplay, I mean, I have my full beard out then. Lava, thank you for the 21 for the boost. Much appreciated.
Think yourself worthy to wield the Dragon Knight's power? Prove it.
There's more beard? Yes, there's more beard. My beard goes below my belly button. That is not an exaggeration. Good timing on camps from both teams. We're going to be seeing Richard Gere and McNulty, and McNulty grabbing the top left camp. Bottom lane, Siege Giant's already grabbed for the side of Vendetta, but over on the left, it's actually I thought Virtuoso was going to go for this. Doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. Breakwood on the Chromie, applying some pressure at a distance. Falstad throwing some hammerings over the far wall, scouting out. Does have the vision from Chromie with the Time Walker's Pursuit. Not only does it give vision, but it also gives arming time of your traps a little bit faster, and you gain 10% spell power, more burst ability by 10%. Ginger Dumbledore. No, they based Dumbledore off of me. More like Dumble Hammett. He's shown it before. Harson, thanks for the boost as well. Much appreciated. Alrighty, good Twitch predictions. Wow, that's a really good Twitch prediction. So no Dragonite just yet for either team. It is available, but we're not seeing anyone go for it. Top lane, okay, I saw Zalgo Jack, and I didn't look at the pink bar right there really quickly. I thought McNulty might have been able to threaten onto the D.Va Pilot, but it's not going to be the case. D.Va Pilot's fine. She can summon Mecha at any time. How we know this is because there's that giant pink bar at the top right of her screen. You also can hear that global. She actually just summoned it back, and the portrait does change as well to reflect that. JTR is going to do his best to clear out the mid lane. We do have McNulty in top, and we just continue to see pressure being held through bottom lane. Overall, good map control, I would say, from Vendetta, but they are starting to fall a little bit behind in experience due to the double soak rotation, as well as the Falstad just kind of hanging out in mid. Because Dumbledore is supposed to be a good person, and we all know Gingers have no souls. Wait, what's the correlation between Gingers not being good people and not having souls, though? Are you saying that Gingers aren't good people, baseline? It's a bold statement, Ta. Are you just saying that we're not good from base? Now I'm upsetty. We're also really close to finishing on the boost if anyone would like to boost up the stream, if you haven't already. Laughs and Ginger. Alrighty, so top lane held over by the side of Imagine. Vendetta is doing their best to regain control of bottom lane, excuse me. As Falstad, Leoric will collapse through mid. Zalgo Jack doesn't have Mecha Explosion available. Falstad and Leoric are clearing things out. And Falstad barrel rolls up to try and get the channel, but it's already Indigo Zap on the bottom lane point, getting the counter channel, and the Moonshrine goes over to the side of Vendetta, where we have our Sunshine in the hands of Imagine. And as this Fort Front Gate starts to go down, JTR does join into the rest of his team to try and make some counter pressure happen here. Will it actually happen? That's like the big question: is it going to happen? Can the counter pressure actually be applied to the side of Vendetta, or will they continue to just slam their way through this bottom lane? Seemingly that's going to be the case, as we do have a nice time stop from Breakwood. Falstad applying a little bit of pressure to the Joanna. Actually, a lot of pressure being applied to Joanna as the Earth Totem. Not Earth Totem. The Totem in general. Oh, it is Earthbind Totem. I'm just dumb. Was recast on top of her with that Grounded Totem, I believe. Right? No, I swapped them. There we go. Colossal Totem. Leoric could channel mid, but he's not going to be able to in time since Zalgo Jack does have the top area. No Dragonite just yet for either team as 10 Talonteers are approaching. We're going to cycle through the other numbers as always. A lot of damage into the Falstad. Good slows from the Joanna. She does have the Subdue from level 4. I don't believe it's completed. Virtuoso does have to Hearth back to get full mana. Don Crockett, thanks for the boost as well. Lucio amps it up a little bit here. What are we going to get for 10s? I'm assuming it's Sanctification. We could see Judgment, but I don't think so. Probably going to be Sanctification, Ancestral, Entomb, and Gust, as we can already see Chromies. For Lucio, the assumption is going to be High Five. Hogger probably going to be going into Shockwave to play off of the Blessed Shield from the Joanna, unless Joanna goes Falling Sword for just the cleanse factor. Here's the Sanctification, Gust out from the Falstad as well. Hogger still bouncing back and forth. The camp does go over to the side of Vendetta, but it is going to be quickly cleared out by Imagine's crew members as Leoric is going to tank some damage. He gets the Wraith Walk away. D.Va still chasing onto McNulty. It's actually a few members chasing onto McNulty. Thornwood Vines are available for Lunar. She's not even going to use a singular one because they still have the kill, and that is going to be Leoric going down. He can cheat death, but this might be first Dragonite over to the side of our Vendetta crew. Just quickly looking at some of the other talents that I might have missed earlier. Okay, so pretty much standard Thornwood Vines. We actually do see Hortipult, but I think Hortipult and Shockwave are both valuable in their own rights. I think you can honestly go for either or. It just really depends on how you want to play it. Falling Sword for the Joanna. I think Blessed Shield plus the Shockwave could have been cool, but we're not going to be seeing that. Falling Sword utility will be a nice cleanse from any of these big gusts coming in from the enemy side to push them around, but got to be able to read that moment as well. And Breakwood getting chased out here. Time stop onto 2. Just going to poke back onto the Joanna stepping in. Top lane, it's going to be, Lunara. She's got no Leaping Strike, so she can't get out of here. That's a lot of damage onto SCH. Is able to back away. High five from Lucio. Some good healing out from Geo as well. And this is Richard Gere on the point for bottom, but meanwhile in top lane, Indigo Zap doing a great job of clearing out the waves. That's a really cool utility right there, utilizing the dense blasting powder from level 7 to blow up the dynamite over the far side of the wall for a little bit of wave clear while you're grabbing the point. Little utilization right there, little optimization. Cool to see from the Hogger player. I'm actually going to go ahead and throw up our APM right now, just take a look at that and see what this talent or what this information provides to us. Doesn't really provide anything useful, but it's always fun to take a look at the average APM or the APM in general. Thank you for the follow. As we have the first Dragonite going over to the side of Vendetta. So first Dragonite over to the side of Vendetta. Third Eye Gemini, thank you for the boost as well. I think we're extremely close. We are less than 1,000 away from finishing out the boost. So if anyone would like to do that, if they haven't already, much appreciated. Good cleanse from Richard Gere right there. That was a really good cleanse onto JTR just to mitigate the Savage Charge from the Dragonite. Thank you, Iron Flare, for completing the challenge. Thank you for boostioing the stream. Much appreciated. Thank you for spending your channel points here. Virtuoso is looking to step in. Do they have Holy Ground as well? I do believe so, yes. That is going to be the icon for Holy Ground. Oh, like, I mix up that talent icon all the time because there's a yellow one and I always mix those two up. Either way, 13's up on both sides. Chasing onto the aggressive side of the map. Breakwood looking to just drop sand onto the camp over here, as that's going to be a wonderful... Ooh, no, that's not a good bounce from the Hogger. He's going to try and get out of here. No Hortipult for 50-some more seconds, as this is a corridor fight that's looking pretty good to the side of the members of Imagine. You do have the Falstead reducing spell armor and Chromie dumping in the damage, but I say all of that, almost seemed like Imagine was the one who was going to start falling. Not the case. They still find the double kill. Hogger and friends are looking to find some sort of counterplay into all of this. Hogger way far forward. He's going to get slowed, body blocked, and he is down and out. An unfortunate bounce for Hogger. A corridor fight that was looking okay, maybe good, but then fell apart for Vendetta. But I do want to bring up the synergy of the level 7 for the Falstead. JTR grabbing the boomerang. Not only do you have more explosive damage, but you also reduce the enemy hero's hit by boomerang. You do reduce their spell armor by 15. And who better to play off of that than a Chromie, who has a lot of spell damage, has their own spell power amplified from Time Walker's Pursuit. You also have a proper greeting as well. A lot of good value for the Chromie. A lot of really good moments shining through for the side of Imagine here. As the bottom lane camp is grabbed, Dragonite's second one of the game is up and available in 2 seconds. And we'll see which team can grab this. Diva's already in top. Breakwood setting up a trap in the bush. She does have the Adhoral Anomaly, so that means that she can spawn more traps. And I believe it adds a cooldown to it as well. The cooldown is increased. Increase the charges and reduce the cooldown by 8 seconds. Sorry, I thought it was the other way around. That's my fault for misremembering. Diva going for mid-channel, but she won't be able to get there in time. 16s will be here first for the side of Imagine, and... Oh no, Diva's fine. She made it in the bush. She threw back the micro missiles, which do have a slow on them. 30% slow? Yeah, 30% slow on those micro missiles. Actually, Diva gets channel. There's no way they can stop that. So second Dragonite over to the side of Vendetta. 2 for 2 on the side of Vendetta. The betters for Vendetta are probably saying, ooh, this is going to be ours. We got this. Easy. Well, it's anyone's game. And as I said before, if there's no third Dragonite by any way, shape, or form, the points go back to the betters. Meaning if you spent 10k, you get your 10k back. It just, I just canceled the bet. Anyways, 16's up. Or 16's up soon. That's going to be a Dragonite going down. Leoric McNulty catching a couple members with that Entomb. Sanctification and Holy Ground used by the Tyrael as Falstead finds the kill into, or I guess the destruction onto the Mecha from Diva. We also see another Mecha Explosion. Oh my god, so much Mecha Explosion value. So much Diva Pilot and mech form value from Zalgo Jack. Actually, that was insanely well played from Diva in how she was utilizing just pilot form versus mech explosion and zoning potential. Just overall, really well played. 3-1 in kills. 16 is up on both sides, as we do have the easy throw dynamite build for the Hogger. He's got this level 16 instant easy throw dynamites deal 50% more damage, reduce the cooldown by 1.5 seconds, and increase the slow amount by 50%. You also have the passive, which is you can throw the easy throw dynamite by 25% more. And Lunar going to be going to Starward Spear as well, which is auto attacks from Endless Spores as well. Casting Crippling Spores, while at least 2 heroes are afflicted by Nature's Toxin, reduces the cooldown by 4 seconds. And then you have Starwood Spear. Increase Lunar's basic attack range by 0.5 using Crippling Spores. Increases Lunar's basic attack range by an additional 2.25 for 6 seconds. So a little bit more range safety for the Lunar right there. Hey Castius, how you doing, bud? Speaking of the healing, we can actually go ahead and take a look at that, as I forgot what button to hit for that one. There you go. Well, wrong button again.
My beloved is gone, but his power remains.
God, Leoric's self... Oh, wait, hold on. That's going to be maybe a fight through mid? Hogger does finish out his level 1 Journeyman's Cooking. Entomb does come out, but no actual fight to be had. I don't know about the stat screen here, Aliobs. I didn't know Falstad and Chromie could heal others. Did anyone else know that Falstad and Chromie could heal others? Because that's today I learned that myself. This stat screen actually might be broken. I guess it's just pulling from self-healing and it's healing others, because these are the same actually now that I look at it. Leoric has 61,000 self-healing and Rhaegar is 26. Okay, these stats don't make sense. Leoric is not healed for 62,000. Sorry. Let's focus in on the fight right now. Lucio does go down. Third Dragonite is available in the mid lane for D.Va. Leoric's on the point, and that's going to be Ancestor Healing coming through as well. D.Va cannot get there in time as Leoric gets the counter channel. Do you picking up orbs and wells? No, I'm going to show you what I mean here in a second, chat. Okay, look at the Rhaegar healing. Rhaegar's healing says 32,700. 32,700. Rhaegar's healing is 73,000. These Lucio healing other is 23,000. Lucio's healing is 58,000. That screen's broken. No, the screen's broken, chat. The screen's broken. Because in the past, you'd hit this stat, and if you hit this, that number would match up with the heal other number. Totally not late. Hey Ninja, what's up, bud? How you doing today? Third Dragonite. It could go to the side of Imagine, and it does. Which team gets the third Dragonite? Well, that was the third Dragonite right there, and it is going to be Imagine getting third Dragonite of the game as we have Leoric working his way through the lane. Leoric is my favorite healer, exactly. Mine too. Curious indeed, yeah, it's broken. It's broken. It's 100% broken. Yeah, because look at here. Roll is 75,900. That's correct. I think some of these stats are a little wonky here. We do have tanking damage. I gotta be honest. Anyways, sorry. I've made my point about it. I'm gonna move on. So DK is gonna push in through the bottom lane right now with the help of the rest of Imagine, and what are they going to get beyond a keep front gate? Will they get more than keep front gate? There's going to be the Dragonite belching some flames onto the bottom lane keep. 16 minutes and 20 seconds in. McNulty going to back away, going to just Wraith Walk right out of there, and do we still stay in bottom lane? Siege Giants are available. There's an Entomb onto the Johanna, pops the Iron Skin immediately, as we do have some, I was looking at the swirl around Leoric, and I was like, what is that status effect? And I realized, duh, he took the Burning Despair at level 20. McNulty trying to step in onto Indigo's Zap. He does throw out a few easy throw dynamites with that Journeyman's Cooking already done. He does have the dense blasting powders you could see right there, but upgrade on Hortipult at level 20. Secret Stash, which we can look at in just a second here. McNulty having to Wraith Walk back. D.Va pushing people around. Ancestor Healing will come through. Does have the Farseer's Blessing for the second proc. And it's Virtuoso who's in the awkward position. Does manage to get the Eldrune's Might away. Hortipult in from the Hogger. He starts to spin onto the enemy's side. Gets a awkward bounce. He doesn't make it back into the engagement. Falstad throws out the Wind Tunnel to push back the enemy side. Secret Stash level 20. Every 2 seconds, Hortipult's Loot Horde randomly launches easy throw dynamites, prioritizing enemy heroes. Every 5 seconds, it also launches a chunk of meat towards Hogger. My apologies. Leoric does go down as I was looking at that talent, but it's going to be a bottom lane keep front gate and some decent damage and siege onto the keep. As we look over at the vision, Breakwood and them, they actually, I don't know if they actually, oh no, McNulty had vision, that's what it was. I was like, how are they getting that little bit of vision? There we go.
Prepare yourselves, healers. The shrines will soon be active.
So camp to top lane. We do have Siege Giants in the bottom, albeit this one's sitting around a sliver of HP. Fourth Dragonite phase of the game. Let's see who is able to grab this. Oh wait, hold on. I want to do something really quickly. Print screen. There we go. I'm gonna send that to Ali later and see if he notices any issues. I think there's a read issue. I think it's reading incorrect data. Falstad flies in. He has the wind tunnel. He's going to go for the wind tunnel into the wall right now. There's going to be a decent amount of damage. Sanctification will be used as well. Does have the Holy Ground at level 20, and that is going to be a... I wouldn't say a flubbed attempt. It was a good attempt, but it did not yield what the members of Imagine were looking for, which is going to be a couple kills and a keep, as this is JTR grabbing the bottom lane objective. We do have Falstad flight up in 50 seconds, if you were wondering, since he did use it for the initial setup of that Gust. 33 seconds left on said Gust. Leoric Entomb up in 17 seconds, Sanctification in 60, and Joanna Falling Sword up in 18 seconds. She does have the Heaven's Fury at level 20. So top lane got pushed in by D.Va. Leoric is looking to make some pressure happen here in mid. Zalgo Jack getting chunked by the Drain Hope from 13, 16, and the 20. Leoric and a Wraith walk away here. Will he actually be able to do that? As bottom lane camp is going to be grabbed, McNulty will be sacrificed. But of all the people that can that you want to lose, it's going to be a Leoric because he can cheat death. He's already at 51 seconds of death timer. If you can apply the Spectral Leech to someone here, he can actually get even less death timers. You actually see that. Look at that timer just quickly dropping. And we do have Falstad checking out the top lane to clear things out as well. 112 stacks on Falstad. Joanna not done with the subdue just yet. Could possibly get it in the next team fight or a later one. And I'm just looking around the map to see what's going to be happening here. Virtuoso gets the bottom lane area. Lucio, D.Va in the top. Leoric will spawn in 17 seconds. Tyrael has to use the Eldruin's Might to back away. Bottom lane camp is cleared out before it finds much of any value. D.Va, Hogger, mid lane, looking for a Dragonite. Can they actually get it? Indigo Zap stalled out once. There's going to be the Earthbind Totem from level, or Earth Grasp Totem from level 16, which actually does a little bit of damage. Richard gets the Ancestor Healing onto themselves, goes over by a friendly member to spread that Ancestor Healing Farseer's Blessing AoE proc, and the Dragonite will go over to the side of Vendetta, as we are going to be having a solid Dragonite hitting for 495 damage standard, and then 990 damage into structures, as this mid lane fort will fall very quickly. Leoric is going to get kicked away as the Spectral Leech is annoying to deal with. A little bit of slow as well. Just looking to see how they defend this on the side of Imagine. D.Va Mech is going to go down. Good high five from Lucio as the slows will come through. We do have the Paralyzing Rage at level 4 for Leoric, which increases the slow from, I believe it changes it from 45 to 60. I might be incorrect. It might be 35. Upwards, but we can check that in a second here, because the fight's not over yet. Hortipult in from the Hogger. He's going to bounce around. Doesn't get a good bounce that he's looking for. McNulty does have that Burning Despair, as I mentioned. And quickly just going to check if you are wondering how much that increases it by. So it's from 40. Okay, yeah, so it's from 40. Oh, it's Ghastly Reach. I'm an idiot. Yeah, because it's 20. It's 20% is what Paralyzing Rage adds in. Sorry, I misread the talent icon. It's Ghastly Reach. I thought that was Paralyzing Rage. My apologies. I was like, hold on, this math doesn't make sense, because I know it goes from 40 to 60. Right? Did I just misread that completely? Yeah, 40 to 60. Because it's 20% from Paralyzing Rage. But anyways, that's not the talent. That doesn't matter. The fight is going to continue to break out through the bottom lane, or at least around the bottom lane. Indigo Zap trying to back away. Earth Grasp Totem slows them down. Falling Sword from the Joanna as she gets a little bit of cooldown reduction with that level 20 Heaven's Fury. Zoom out a little bit further just to see what the players are going to go for here. And it's not going to be anything just yet, team fight-wise. Seems like it's just going to be a little bit of wave control. 22 minutes in and no keeps down. Hey, that's what you can kind of expect from teams in the Heroic Division. A lot of really good skill in the Heroic Division. Also, Frozen Italiano, how you doing? Excuse me, let me say it like I'm from the Midwest. Italiano. How you doing, friend? Good to see you. 7 to 3. What's the experience difference? Wrong button. There we go. So pretty close experience between the teams, like 6,000-7,000 difference between the two. But there's an Entomb from Leoric, a Falling Sword from Joanna, Wind Tunnel from the Falstad, Sanctification from the Tyrael, Ancestor Healing will come out as well. And this is all the members of Imagine chasing in with full HP. Can they actually make something happen here? Top lane camps are colliding, but that doesn't matter. The engagement is what they care the most about, and it's going to be a lot of members of Imagine getting low here. Can they turn this around, or will this be a full disengage? Zalgo Jack loses a lot of HP on this D.Va mech. No mech explosion available. Can they step in on the side of Imagine, or is this going to be Vendetta controlling the fight? My friend says that is that way every time I see him because he loves the face I make. It's a face of rage, constipation, and sadness. The constipation! I apologize. I apologize. Such a good back and forth fight there. Oh, this entire series has been such a back and forth. It's been a really good series thus far. Hvalstad has the top lane. We'll be able to go and clear out the camp in said top lane. And a little bit of siege through bottom. Got a bit of a wave coming in right here. Leoric Entomb is up and available. He's going to Wraith Walk away. The tension is ever building here on Dragonshire between both of these teams. Falstad flies in, Wind Tunnel into the wall. SCH is going to be the target with the hammering. Falling Sword from Joanna to try and get the rest of the team out. Leoric is looking for some sort of Spectral Leech. He's going to Wraith Walk away. Seems like it's going to be another Wind Tunnel out from JTR. They're not bad Wind Tunnels by any means. It's just the Falling Sword counterplay is way too good, and some of these health bars are just a little too hard to burst down on the side of Vendetta. We'll see if the members of Magic can actually do it. Once again, we find ourselves in the corridor fight. Dragonite's available for mid. D.Va can't make it to top in time. Falstad already started the channel, so he wins.
I tried to save this realm.
If, fun fact about the map, if you didn't know this, if you start channeling the Dragonite and the enemy steps on a point at the exact same time, you, the channeler, will always get the Dragonite before the person gets the channel on the objective. Gets the channel on the Sun or Moon Shrine. It's a map mechanic for here. So sometimes going for that risky, oh, I can channel it, but they just got onto the point. I would say the vast majority of the time you will win out in that race. It just depends on how quickly, like, do they get on before you channel? That's really it. That's really the X factor. If you start channeling before they get on the point, you will get the Dragonite. But speaking of Dragonites, it is hitting for over 1,000 damage right now into structures. Falstad's the one in said Dragonite, taking down the core shielding. We have the Joe on the right-hand side doing a great job of just kind of pulling back the enemy team and peeling them a little bit here, but the damage is in. Sanctification is used. Falstad throws out the Wind Tunnel, and that's game number 2 over to the side of Imagine. They take the series 2-0. GG, well played.